In preparation for the coming launch of Black Ops Cold War, my friends over at G Fuel ended up bumping up code Espresso to 30% off your entire order. So if you're interested in getting a restock or just trying something out for the very first time, be sure to use code Espresso. Links in the description below if you're interested. Black Ops Cold War is just 1 week away now. This time next week, if you're interested in playing the game, you can, as it'll be live across all platforms of PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, as well as PC. And as with yesterday leading up to that launch, Treyarch was dropping some big information on some base fundamentals of the game. Yesterday it was Warzone and the integration we'll be seeing in the future. Today it's Prestige mode. The new system detailed how it works, what to expect, and everything in between. So with that said, today we're going to be breaking it all down, putting it into hopefully easy to digest terms and description, because it can seem a little confusing with some of the ways they describe things, and then get you ready for the grind coming up over the course of the next year here. As we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of this new leveling system? Like it, dislike it, love it, hate it, whatever it is, let me know down below and why. As well, if you are new to the channel, do be sure to hit that subscribe button, as we're on that road to 400,000 subscribers, so we'll keep you up to date with all things Black Ops Cold War, Warzone, and Modern Warfare, as we're about to jump into a jam-packed next few months. So if you're interested in joining the community, I'd love to have you. But with that said, let's jump into the discussion at hand for the new leveling journey in Black Ops Cold War. Right off the bat, I'll say that it's not necessarily what I hoped for, but it's also not what I feared. It's kind of somewhere right in between, right in the middle, and I think some people will find this as some sort of cool middle ground and remedy, but for others it might not be quite what you wanted still. So to start it off, can you throw out everything that you're used to with Modern Warfare and expect a clean slate? Unfortunately, no. There will still be elements that you're used to in the past year with seasonal aspects, but also utilizing a little bit of that prestige system that you're used to from classic Call of Duties. But the seasonal stuff is not as strict and not as tight of a time window, offering up a little bit more on what to do. And if I'm understanding properly, Black Ops Cold War's ranking system will utilize seasons as a way to introduce more leveling rather than restrict it a little further. With Modern Warfare, you had the enlisted ranks of 1 to 55 that you did once and only once. Once you hit 56, you entered your officer ranks, which 1 allowed you to unlock challenges and emblems as you ranked across the coming 100 levels of the current season. 2, it allowed you to keep all your unlocks regardless of participation in each of the coming seasons, but you completed that 1 to 55, so everything was unlocked for good. But notably, it reset back to 56 every single season, regardless of you were on that journey to 155. Fundamentally, Cold War is kind of similar in some aspects, but not in all, introducing some twists on what we've seen, kind of making it a hybrid between the new system with seasons and also the more traditional ranking system you're used to. With Cold War, you'll see the enlisted ranks return, where you only have to do 1 to 55 once and only once, but this time it's rebranded as the military ranks. But then when you hit 56, that's where it becomes a little different. Instead of going to 56, you'll actually automatically be entered into Seasonal Prestige Level 1, resetting you down to Level 1 with a new Prestige icon. With Seasonal Prestige and that first Prestige crossover, you lose absolutely nothing of what you unlocked in those military ranks of 1 to 55, and you can keep grinding out content and your rank. Where this differs is that we'll see the Prestiges at varying levels introduced along the way to what is seemingly 150 in the preseason for Cold War. What is detailed is that you'll hit Prestige 1 at Season Level 1, meaning that 56 is that Prestige 1 after the military ranks, but when you actually get to your Season Prestige Level 50, that's where Prestige 2 comes in, and at that point you'll be rewarded with an exclusive weapon blueprint. Prestige 3 is then accessible at Season Level 100, and that's where you're at up until Season 1. When Season 1 becomes available with Cold War on December 10th, and where that integration with Warzone and Modern Warfare comes into play, it will change up a little bit, because then, while also extending to Warzone and Modern Warfare, unifying the progression across all 3 games, you also get a little bit more in terms of that ranking and an additional prestige each season. In that Season 1 refresh on December 10th, players will see their level reset, but only at the highest prestige that you acquired, almost as if it's a save point for the game, a checkpoint for your overall rank, if I'm understanding this properly. So let's say theoretically, again, assuming I personally have understood this well, let's say theoretically you hit Prestige 3 level 190. You'd be reset back down to Seasonal Prestige 3's base at that changeover of 1, and then be introduced to even more prestiges with each coming season, with at the reset, the max prestige seeing you hit rank 50, and then having that ability to hit rank 50 and prestige into that theoretical Prestige 4, and then 5 at 100, 6 at 150, and Prestige 7 at 200. Now again, if I am understanding this properly, because we'll come back to it a little bit later on in the video, it is not very well detailed, and again, that's where the confusing aspect of it here comes into play. If I'm understanding this properly, this also applies if you do not hit max prestige. The more prestiges added in with each season are seemingly just being able to be accessed with each season, kind of unlocking as the year goes along. So Season 0, that preseason, introduces seasonal prestige 1 to 3, Season 1 introducing prestiges 4 to 7, 2 introducing 8 to 11, 3 introducing 12 to 15, 4 introducing 16 to 19, 5 introducing 20 to 23, and Season 6 introducing Prestige 24 to 27. Like as mentioned, that there will be over 25 prestiges across all the seasons of Black Ops Cold War's main year of support. So that makes sense in my mind that the reset only goes back down to a sort of save point. But again, it's not really clearly defined. So it's my understanding and my belief that you keep that prestige as kind of a save point. Now, talking about why you'd want to rank up in the first place, why you prestige each season, well, they detailed a little bit of the sort of rewards you end up getting as well. At seemingly every rank 50, whenever a seasonal reset happens, that first prestige you hit after that seasonal reset, you end up getting a new and exclusive weapon blueprint, as if you were for reaching 155 in Modern Warfare, but notably by display a little sooner. Whether XP increments are to the same scale, where 1 to 50 is the same as 56 to 155 in Modern Warfare, we don't know yet, but at quick glance, it seems like it's a little quicker to earn that blueprint. Additionally, if you reach level 200 of any season, you'll achieve the title of Prestige Master for that season, which will show your seasonal level in a different color than the rest of the lobby to showcase that Prestige Master status. You'll also be able to gain the ability to personalize your Prestige icon with legacy Prestige icons from previous Call of Duty titles that you've unlocked, and is based upon something called Prestige Keys. We'll talk about that in just a second. Now, Prestige Master will be available every single season, kind of similar to a sort of cap that we saw for Modern Warfare, but at the same time, there also is a level 1000 that you can grind out to every single season that is capped, but the likeliness of somebody actually getting to level 1000 every single season is probably pretty low. If they do, that's a lot of eye strain in a short period of time. But it seems basically that while you do have a limited number of levels in terms of 1000, the expansive ability to keep progressing through ranks seems to keep going even with a seasonal refresh here happening. But along the way, for why you want to rank up is that you also get rewards every 50 levels for each prestige outside of just that weapon blueprint. While the season level 50 is the only one that guarantees that blueprint, you'll earn things like stickers and emblems that are exclusive to rank every 50 levels, so 100, 150, 200, and so on. And then coming back to that prestige key system, you get a prestige key for use every prestige of 50 levels in the season. That can be used in a new introduction called the Prestige Shop, where you can redeem those keys for legacy prestige icons, so you don't necessarily have to go to a specific rank to earn a specific one. You can unlock them at your own discretion. That will then be showing off in your lobbies and everything, but also it will offer things like battle pass, tier skips, and other things in relation to the battle pass not yet detailed that you can unlock. So definitely an interesting spin for sure. Now, if you care about them at all, there also is then a new seasonal challenge system similar to, but not the same as Modern Warfare's officer challenges. In the coming system, beginning with Season 1, so not at launch, bear in mind, season challenges will provide calling card rewards for multiplayer and for zombies in the season. Challenges unlocking every 10 levels up to level 200. So that means that you'll have across multiplayer and zombies 20 challenges you can unlock for a sort of mastery with this. Once a challenge is unlocked, it can be progressed then through like an officer challenge would be, and if you complete all 20 across either multiplayer or zombies, you'll receive an additional season mastery calling card like the animated 100% emblems in Modern Warfare. So kind of in recap here, because that's everything detailed, is that you have a one-time unlock level period of 1 to 55. Once you get past that at any point during the year, all your streaks, weapons, perks, field upgrades, and the like will be unlocked for good. Once you get past 55, you automatically enter into Seasonal Prestige 1, resetting your rank back down to level 1, and every 50 levels you enter a new prestige, up to with the preseason right after the launch of Black Ops Cold War, up to Prestige 3, and then with Season 1's launch on December 10th, and then in every season following, 4 additional prestiges introduced. Again, to my understanding, that current prestige that you finish a season with will act as a sort of save point and then refresh you down to level 1 with that prestige you're currently at. But then introducing completing 4 more prestiges per season. You do not, from my understanding, have to complete every prestige in each season. It just adds more to the cumulative total that you'll have on offer throughout the year, sort of like a progressional unlock for more ranks you can end up achieving instead of having 10 prestiges, level 1000 right off the bat, right from the get-go, eventually bringing us to what looks to be roughly 27 prestiges this time next year. You also will earn rewards for each prestige that you earn every 50 levels, with the first of each prestige giving that exclusive blueprint for a weapon at level 50, and then every 50 after that, including a new sticker, emblem, and a prestige key. Prestige keys can be used and redeemed on legacy items that you can use in terms of your prestige rank. Prestige Master returns every season, which means that you'll hit it when you get to level 200, and every season also has the ability after that to go up to level 1000. And finally, this new seasonal ranking system starts with Black Ops Cold War within this preseason from launch to Season 1, but it also will ultimately transfer over to Warzone and Modern Warfare come that Season 1 integration happening on December 1st. So even Modern Warfare will have this new ranking system in just over a month's time. Now, that is where we're at here with this, and my overall impressions of this are, firstly, good God, that was confusing in the ways that they worded this, because while I think I have a good understanding here of this, I'm also still not 100% sure. So my tremendous apologies if in time this turns out to be something that isn't entirely accurate, but with what we have right now, that's how I'm interpreting this. And as for my overall thoughts on it, I'm kind of on the fence here with this. I really like the traditional system that we have with Prestige. Obviously, it gives you something to do all year round, but this is definitely an interesting twist that I just don't think that I have enough understanding on to see if I like it or if I do not like it. I think from the sense of a casual player base, seasonal prestiges allows players to come back at least once every 2 months to experience new content and maybe keep that longevity for the player base alive a little longer. But at the same time, it is still kind of annoying to see that refresh and that work you've gone to kind of revert back every 2 months or so with a new season. But with this, it looks to remedy that, where it seems, again, in my understanding, to just sort of add prestiges that you can go through as time progresses, so that you don't cap out at Prestige 10, level 1000 in the first 2 months or so. But instead, you'll have, over the course of the year, about 27 prestiges to eventually go through. So I'm still kind of up in the air here with this. I would like some more clarification, and we'll get that, of course, in the next week or so when the game finally starts to make its hands into the consumers who either got it early or even this time as of next week when the game is live for all players. But for now, that's where we're at here with this. So hopefully this clarified some piece of the new ranking system, and hopefully it was able to help you out in some way, shape, or form. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Do you guys like this new system? Maybe not so much. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like down below. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops Cold War, Warzone, and of course Modern Warfare still, as we have a ton of stuff coming up in the next couple of days and weeks with the launch of Black Ops Cold War. If you're interested, hit that subscribe button. If you also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, the link is down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.